No wife dog. Men and women, they are not the same. I realized not long after my fourth birthday, in a contemplative moment, sounds like a strange word to use, talking about a 4-year-old state of mind, but there it is. In that contemplative moment, just after being berated by my beastly mother just for being a boy with boy intentions, I realized Mom ain't Dad. It was a boy epiphany of a day. Uh, why's she mad at me? That makes no sense. Here I am. I'm 4. Most of the time I'm digging holes in the backyard, not causing much trouble. Just trying to bury the cat. And suddenly she's all excited. What the fuck are you doing, you little shit? Well, Mom, same shit, different day. I try to bury that nasty clawing furry fuck every day. Why did you have to put the cat box under my bed? That fucking litter box smells like shit. Fuck! How would you like it if I shit on your head while you were sleeping, Mom? Oh, she didn't like that response. I think it shocked her. But I healed over the next 6 months. And sometimes I got pretty far burying that cat. But that fucker, it seemed to know. When I hit it on the head with a shovel, meow, something's wrong. I better claw my way out of here. Meow. Oh, I was determined to someday bury that little fucking furry piece of shit. Now, I was only 4 when I first realized women with cats aren't right in the head. So I started studying. Yeah, I was young. Precocious. So I started studying the habits of men I looked up to. Literally, looked up. I'm 4. I'm short. Looking up comes naturally. First thing I noticed, most men think women can't handle normal English. You get a woman in the room with the tall guys, and suddenly all the fucks and twats and suck my dicks and eat me's are gone. Most of the language of men disappears under a suck my dick. Kind of that kind of stuff, everybody pretends they didn't say anything. And the men just stand there, silent as the woman looks on. And of course, even as a young child of 4, 5, whatever it was, I realized the innate human need to fill a void. Most of the time, men like filling voids. When it comes to talking, them women are big time void fillers. When I was 5, I realized I had a language deficiency. I needed to up my game with the interactions between the tall people with dicks and the ones with the voids. The compilation of vocabulary that I had acquired by being an inquisitive 4-year-old was grossly insufficient to understand those complexities I was witnessing as a mentally, precocious and developing 5-year-old. I thought I knew a lot about these people, and seemed like they didn't quite understand me. So this might have been an unfair fight. I don't know. So anyway, at 5, I enrolled in an online university under a pseudonym, aka my daddy's name. I used daddy's credit card. That didn't work out. Let me repeat, that did not work out well for dad. The day mom opened the bill and showed it to my daddy, there was a big old void to fill as dad stood there, wide-eyed and, He's got that look on his face. What the fuck? But he didn't actually say anything. He was just staring at the piece of paper. Mom staring at him. And, so apparently, she assumed, for whatever reason, don't even try to understand the way they think. Don't do it. Don't go there. But apparently, she assumed he had enrolled in some kind of bizarre sex cult run out of a university. Yeah, that's common. And so he just stood there, staring, wondering, then chin down, with a look of guilt on his face as she filled the void with, surprisingly, the language of men. Now suddenly Mom can speak. Oh, that made me wonder, what did Dad do? He thought he got caught at something. Now, I know it was me, but apparently old Dad did something. And so he thought whatever was going on there on that piece of paper that Mom was sticking in his face, he thought he might be caught. So my first thought, I better get a better look at that credit card bill. I might not be the only one trying to expand upon my skill set. I think Dad assumed Mom had happened upon the bill for the inflatable Barbie that Dad had hid in the garage. Oh, synchronicity, man. I mean, I've known about that inflatable Barbie for quite a while. I was there the day the guy delivered it. And, yeah, I got home before they got home. And I tore the package open. Well, I didn't tear it open. I, kind of, subtly sliced it open and then glued it back together. And I was like, whoa, yeah, Dad, go Dad. And I got away with it. Fantastic. Well, anyway, I've been blackmailing Dad ever since then. And once I graduated from the online university at age 6, I started conducting psychological experiments using my parents as the subjects. I once put a used condom in a cookie jar. Now, I didn't use it, and I don't know who did, which, the handling of it was tough. I used some of them, what did I use? Some of them tongs that my mom uses to, flip the burgers or the hot dogs on the grill. And probably should have washed those after I got done with that. But anyway, that used condom that I found, it got in there. It got into the cookie jar on top of the Toll House chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, that kind of ruined it for me. I really don't like cookies now, especially Toll House chocolate chip cookies in cookie jars. Nah, not going there. Never. You ever want to go on a diet and stop eating something? Simple. You don't need a book. You don't need to sign up for some internet service or something. You just want to stop eating something? Just fucking put a used condom on it. That works, man. Right away. Boom. I'm never going to eat that again. And that experiment had an interesting outcome. Have you ever seen a flying cookie jar hit your daddy in the head? I have. Another time I Googled up some bestiality videos, and I left one that involved a porcupine on the screen and slowly closed the laptop. Man, and porcupines, it was horrendous. I can't imagine, but you can imagine the outcome, okay? It's left on the screen. Mom uses the laptop. Oh boy, prickly. The outcome was prickly. Oh, we need a new laptop now. Oh, one more experiment on my parents so we can start a circus, man. Oh, flying laptops and cookie jars and who knows what comes next. I don't know, maybe my mom could pick my dad up and throw him across the room. What a life. I mean, I'm living the life. I got this, I got this experiment going on with my parents, and they got no idea. So by the age of 7, I had graduated from these childish inquiries into the deficiencies of these people that claimed to be my parents. And I am pretty sure, I still think, even to this day, that I was adopted. No, these people can't be my parents. That's just not possible. So I was 7. That's when I began grad school at MIT, online, of course. Man, I did need to learn how to hack. Surely there's some proof on some social service server somewhere that I am not related to these cookie jar chuckers. And so that's what I needed to do. I needed to learn how to hack, figure out how I got in the house with these chuckers of things and all that stuff. It doesn't make any sense to me. All right. But all that seems like such a long time ago. I'm 8 now, and I've been in prison for almost a year. Apparently, you can't impersonate a person that you or that ain't you, or you ain't, and spend a bunch of money on that person's credit card. My daddy turned me in and testified against me. Quite a day in court, to tell you. When I took the stand in my own defense, I kept trying to slip in the results of my psychological experiments on my parents or on the people that claim to be my parents, just attempting to discredit his testimony. Yes, I did. I did enroll using his credit card. Right after the used condom was found in the cookie jar. Well, didn't work. Apparently, I had gained somewhat of a reputation as a little hellraiser. Flying cookie jars, be damned. After I was released from the farm, I spent my 9th birthday plotting the revenge. That'll be in the next installment of this vlog. What do you call it when it's just an audio? We call it an A-log? Anyway, you know what I mean. All right, that's coming. Wait for that one. That's a good one.